Hello everybody, this is Dan, our Crazy Bad Cuber. In today's video, we're going to be doing part 2 of the GAN 356X review. This is sort of a tutorial. I'm basically going to be going through all of the different customization settings and letting you know exactly what I think about them. There are a lot of options, so let's go through them. First things first though, let's go ahead and talk about what these options are and how to use them. So there are a lot of options with this. There is green, yellow, clear, and then another clear that's in the cube. One of the clear capsules has the strongest magnets in it. That's the one that comes stock in the puzzle. The yellow one is the medium strength. The green one is the weakest strength of the magnets. And then the other clear one doesn't have any magnets, and that's what you would put in the puzzle if you wanted a non-magnetic puzzle. Next, we'll be taking a look at the nuts. Now, they come with a purple, a blue, a yellow, and a green. And all three of them have 3 different tension settings, so there's a lot to go through. The pamphlet that came with this cube says the purple one is 1.8 N, the blue one is 2.1 N, the green one is 2.5 N, and the yellow one is 3.4 N. I'm not even sure what that means. It's really hard to see, but on the top of the nut, you'll see that there's a 0, a 0.6, a 0.8, and a 1.0. These are our 4 settings. There's actually only 3, as 0 is the one that you put it at when you want to take the nut off. So as you can see at the top of the post, there's a little peg that sticks out the side. That's where you want to put the 0 on, and then it'll actually go through. From there, you can rotate it, and it kind of locks into place. And if you were to push down and then rotate it again, it'll lock into a different setting, and then again down and rotate it, it'll lock to a different setting, and then if you go back to the 0, you'll be able to take the entire thing out. You're also supplied with this little try tool. You don't actually need this, but I like to use it. So you put it on and then you push down and then you turn and release the tension until it clicks right there, and that's one tension. Then you do it again, push down, turn, till it clicks. That's the second one, push down, clicks, that's the third one, and if I went one more, it would take the nut out. So now I'm going to show you how to change the magnets. So you take this capsule and you basically push the other one out, and it comes out the bottom, and they can be interchanged like this, and as you push it all the way out, it releases that one out, and now you've exchanged that. So a really quick and easy way to do it is to offset the middle layer like this, grab your 2 and just push them through, and that's it. Just that simple. Alright guys, so now that we understand how everything works with this cube, let's go ahead and test them all out. Now I've had this cube for about 3 or 4 days now, and I haven't changed a single thing. It comes stock with the clear capsules, which are the strongest magnets, and the green nut set at 0.6. Now I've had this for a few days, and I gotta say it's a little bit too tight, it's a little bit too magnetic for me. I like a little bit of a lighter medium strength magnetic. So it's not what I'm looking for, but let's check the tensions and try a different one. All right guys, so I've taken off the caps, and one turn to the left will make it 0.8. And I'm going to do that on all sides. Okay. Now I'm going to put the caps back on and do an average of 12 and see if I notice any difference. And I'm going to do that for all of them, but I am not going to do this entire filming process for all of them. I'm just going to kind of tell you what I think about them and then come to my own conclusions at the end. Alright guys, so I've tried all of the settings on the green nuts, and I think that the 1.0 is just too floppy and the magnets are too strong with this one. So yeah, it creates a really unique feel with this setting, but it feels a little bit unstable, but at the same time the magnets are holding it together, but it feels like it's about to fall apart. So it's not really what I'm looking for, so I'm going to try some different nuts and see how we go from there. Alright, so the purple nuts aren't too bad on 0.6 setting. Definitely the magnets though are too strong. So I have a feeling that regardless of what kind of nuts I put in this and what settings, that I'm going to feel like the magnets are too strong. So I'm going to just skip ahead and I'm going to try all the different nuts, all the different settings with the strongest magnets, and then let you know if there was any like substantial differences between things that stood out to me, and I'll let you know. Alright guys, so I've tried all of the nuts on the strongest one, and I made some notes, so I couldn't remember everything, so I decided to write it all down, and I'm going to tell you the results. Alright, so the purple is basically just too flimsy all around. It's the weakest of the springs. I didn't enjoy any of that at all. The next strongest is blue, and at 0.6, I actually enjoyed that. That is actually, I'm telling you now, is my favorite out of all the settings when it comes to the strong magnets, is blue at 0.6. 0.8 is just okay, and 1.0 is flimsy. So green is very stable at 0.6. That is actually what it comes with, the strong magnets at 0.6 on green. That's what it comes with stock, and I solved on that for a few days, so that was the majority. That's basically what I'm basing my opinions off of, is what it comes stock with. And I don't mind that one, but it's still like the magnets are too strong, but it is very stable at 0.6. After that, it becomes a little bit too loose for me. I'm not really a fan of 0.8 or 1.0 on green nuts. And I find yellow altogether to just be too tight. I don't know if I'm going to find that with the other magnets, but I assume so. You know, green at, 0.6 or blue at 0.6 with the strong magnets is what I prefer. So I'm going to swap out the magnets and do all of this again, and then I'll tell you my results. So I swapped out the magnets to the yellow ones, which are the medium ones, and immediately I like that better. The magnetic polarity and the strength, it's right where I like it. So I have a really good feeling about this. But right now I have the yellow springs in, and it's still, yeah, not how I like it. So I'm gonna try all the settings. All right guys, so I've got the results from the yellow magnets. I don't know why that took me so long to say. So with the yellow nuts, it's like just way too tight again. I'm not a fan of, how tight that cube is. I feel like the corner cutting is restricting for me. And the purple, which is the lightest of them, is just way too flimsy. So now that the magnetic strength has gone down, there's not enough to hold it together, so it even feels like more crumbly and like just flimsy, like it's gonna explode or something like that. All right, so blue, remember before I liked 0.6 with the stronger magnets? Well, this one's not holding them together as much because the magnets are a little bit weaker. So 0.6 is still okay, but it's not as good as with the stronger magnets. And the other settings on blue are basically useless. I'm not a fan of those at all. It's just too loose. It's right on the purple side of things. Green, now green at 0.6 is my favorite out of everything I have tried so far. So yellow magnets, green nuts at 0.6 is personally where I stand so far with everything. And the other two, 0.8 and 1.0 at green, they were okay, but not as good as 0.6. So I'm going to swap out to the lighter magnets and do all of this again, and then give you some more results. Wow. Okay, guys, so this is the weakest magnets with the weakest springs, with the weakest settings on the springs, and this thing is just like, it is super flimsy in my hand. Like, this is unusable, totally unusable. So I'm gonna keep trying different settings and see what happens. All right guys, so here are my results for the weakest magnets. Yellow, I find, is still unusable. So regardless of the magnetic strength, it's not changing the tensions. Where sometimes you get a tension, you change the magnetic strength, and the magnets hold the puzzle together more or less, and it kind of makes a bit of a placebo that it is changing the tension, when really it's just that it's more floppy or not. So yellow to me is still unusable, and so is purple. Purple is just the most unusable nut tension that is ever possible. Yellow is usable, but it's just too tight. To me, it's unusable, but I know for other people it's usable. And I'm having the same results with green and blue. I like them both at 0.6. Anything else I don't like. However, I don't like the weak magnetic strength. There's not enough magnetic strength with the weak magnets for me personally. I have again outfitted this cube with the yellow magnets, which are medium, the green nuts at 0.6. Now that is my favorite setting out of all of them that I did. Now mind you, I only did an average of 12 with each of them, so I didn't give it a lot of time. But so far with the experiment that I did, that is the setting that I like. Now, a lot of people are going to like a lot of different settings, so I have reached out to a lot of really known cubers. I'm trying to reach out to a lot of world-class speed solvers and ask them what their settings are. I've only got a few responses so far from people that I know, so look down in the description, and as they keep updating me with the different settings that they like, you can look down there and see what other people use that are world class or just really known cubers like myself, you know, like that aren't super fast. But just in case you guys want to try different settings that other people use, other pros use, go ahead, look down in the description and you'll see. But there's not a lot so far, but hopefully that list keeps growing and this could be a good resource for people who want to do that. Anyways, guys, I want to thank the Cubicle for sending me this puzzle once again. If you haven't seen the review came up at the exact same time as this video, so if you didn't get it in your sub box, go to my channel, you'll find it there. Also link it down below, probably, or at the end of the video, like right here or there or something. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.